With all the painful unrest in the world, if you're anything like me, you may be feeling helpless, despair, and believing that there's really nothing you can do that can make a difference. And I want to invite you to consider that there is something that you can do that can have an impact. You may not see the immediate result of this, but it can have a long-term effect, a ripple effect, so to speak. And that is to take a look at your values and the principles and values that guide you, and choose one value that you have come to embrace, to embody, to live by, something that's really important to you. And then ask yourself, how is it that you came to value this value? How is it that you gained it? Was it something that was modeled to you as a child? Was it something that you learned the hard way? Was it something that someone else, a friend, a partner, embodied and embraced and therefore had influence on you? I mean, values such as honesty, generosity, courage, authenticity, humility. These are all values and principles that we live by. So choose one that's important to you, and then give some consideration to what's the story behind that value. For me, for example, I value deep listening, and I didn't always have that model to me. I, in fact, went through a period of time when I was younger where I believed that my voice really didn't matter. And so I didn't want to share honestly about who I was. But when I started my career, I had a colleague who really created space for me to share without judgment and advice, and would listen really with curiosity and openness, and modeled for me this beautiful way of listening to someone else that I came to value and learned to develop skills along the way of deep listening. So now, for me, it's really important to surround myself with people who provide deep listening to me, who give me space to share, and I value offering that to others. And I think it creates such beautiful connection, and the opportunity to let others show up authentically. So I invite you to take a look. What values do you live by? Choose one, and then think of the story behind that value. And then write that story, record that story, share it, and share it through story, because it's through stories that we are able to hear one another. It's stories that help us connect. And perhaps by sharing that story, you can share this important value with someone else, and it can make an impact on them. They can start considering it. You could be the role model of this value, and in a small way can make this world a better place.